What's coming next?
Well, I have hoped that after the governor got it out of his system the other day with his press conference, that he will now cooperate with us and he will drop these tactics that are going to delay us getting into court and getting an answer. I'm beginning to wonder if he has any evidence. I've heard about the evidence. He's taken some bold, drastic actions based on the evidence, but for some reason he doesn't want to show me the evidence. So the next step will be in court. The next step will be for us to go to court. I meant it when I said it. I'm asserting the authority of the Attorney General's office, and I don't intend to let anybody interfere with that. I hope it won't come to that, but we are preparing court filings right now, and if I'll see the governor in court. I believe the Attorney General is the chief law officer of the state. I believe he controls the state's litigation position, and until the Supreme Court of Alabama tells me that the Attorney General has no role to play, I'm going to move forward. I have given directions, and I expect them to be followed.
Why do you think it ultimately has reached this point?
Well, it's reached this point because the governor has left no alternative. The governor embarked on a reckless course. He has resisted any effort to correct it. He has rejected the advice of the state's top lawyer. He has cabinet officials now who are openly refusing to comply with clear instructions that we've given. And the governor has left me no other alternative. I have tried as patiently as I know how to be, repeatedly, to go to the governor and to work with him. And on every hand, he has responded with name calling, and there's just simply no other alternative. It is my job to look after the interest of the state and to make sure its legal business is conducted in the appropriate way. John Tyson has failed. He has not done what he said he was going to do. He has not done what he told the people of Alabama he was going to do, and he continues to misrepresent to the people of Alabama what the law of this state is. Most recently, he says the Supreme Court has said that you cannot file a declaratory judgment action to test these machines. That's interesting. There's a case out of Mobile County testing the legality of slot machines that was brought by him. It went to the Alabama Supreme Court. That's not the law. They're misrepresenting to the people of Alabama what the law is, and it is a clear indication of why somebody needs to take control of these matters and to adopt a different approach. That's what I have said I was going to do, and that is what I am going to do.
A country crossing attorney yesterday said that he has a course of action in progress that your office and the governor's office is aware of, and that will result in the facility reopening within days. Any response to that?
I don't know what he's talking about.
The governor has intentionally left you out since December of 2008 when he started this charade. Do you know why he intentionally tried to leave you out?
I can only assume that the governor left me out because he knew that I wouldn't approve of this approach. I don't think this is the right way to do it. I wouldn't have thought it in December of 2008. I don't think it now. If this was a course he was determined to set himself on, then that would explain to me why he left me out from the beginning.
You just got back from Washington about health care. What's the next move with that? What are you?
Lawsuits have been filed. We're going to test the constitutionality of what has been done. This is an outrage that the federal government has engaged in this kind of power grab, and it cannot be allowed to stand. I think it is a sad day for America when state attorneys general have to stand up and do what Congress failed to do. I saw the chairman of the House Rules Committee on television, and he said on the eve of its passage, there are no rules. We're going to do whatever we want. Well, he's wrong. That's what's wrong with Washington, is the lobbyists and the politicians up there have decided that there are no rules, that the people don't matter anymore. Well, in Alabama, we still have a state motto that says we dare defend our rights, and that is exactly what I intend to do, is to defend the rights. And since I've been Attorney General, I've represented lots of victims. I've stood up beside a lot of victims, and I have fought for a lot of victims. These are the oldest victims I've ever been called on to defend, the Founding Fathers and the Constitution that they wrote. But I intend to do it just as vigorously as we've defended any victim since I've been Attorney General.
How long do you think this is going to last until some sort of resolution is reached?
I don't know that anybody can predict that. This is unprecedented litigation where attorneys general are suing the federal government over a brazen vote-buying overreach and intrusion of federal authority. But I believe the 10th Amendment still means something. I believe they've got it backwards. The Constitution doesn't say that all the power is reserved to the Congress except that they give to the people. It says all the power belongs to the people except that the people give to Congress. Well, we've not given them the right to go into sleazy back rooms full of smoke and cut deals. And it's time to assert our state sovereignty and assert what the Constitution requires of us, and that is to defend the Constitution.
One more question. How does it make you feel that as a 10-year-old, your sheriff was killed in your home county, and as Attorney General, you're involved in the death penalty case?
It leaves me with a sense of disbelief. To think that an elementary school boy could graduate from junior high school and college and law school, work for 2 governors, work for an attorney general, and have been attorney general for 6 years, while Billy Joe Magwood has sat on death row escaping the death sentence he earned that day when he assassinated Neil Grantham, is an embarrassment to any of us who love justice. But I believe what happened in Washington, D.C. yesterday in the United States Supreme Court is a step towards clearing the last hurdle out of the way to see him executed.